There is a lot going on in 1 Samuel chapter 14. So let's try our best to break this down. Chapter 14 starts off with Jonathan, that is one of Saul's sons. And verses 1 through 14 are about his victory over the Philistines because he trusted in God. Basically, Jonathan snuck off with a weapons keeper, and they trusted in God by saying, Jonathan said to the attendant who carried his weapons, "Come, let us cross over the garrison of these uncircumcised men. Perhaps the Lord will help us. Nothing can keep the Lord from saving, whether by many or by few." Now, uncircumcised was kind of an insult to the Philistines. So he trusted in God to know whether he should proceed or not. In verse 10, it says, "But if they say, 'Come on up,' then we will go up, because the Lord has handed them over to us. That will be our sign." And of course they do. They say, "Come on up and we will teach you a lesson." And Jonathan said, "Follow me, for the Lord has handed them over to Israel." And Jonathan climbed up using his hands and feet with his armor bearer behind him. And Jonathan cut them down, and his armor bearer followed and finished them off. A panic of God, or my CSB version says terror spread, but my study Bible says this is a panic of God, spread through the Philistine camp and open fields to the troops. Philistines are freaking out. Now, there were Hebrews from an area who had gone in earlier into the camp to join the Philistines, but when they saw that the Israelites were succeeding, they were winning the battle, they decided to fight for Israel. Then there were Israelites that were in hiding because of the war, and they came out and supported Israel as well. And verse 23 says, "So the Lord saved Israel that day." And the next section of this long chapter is Saul's rush oath. Basically, everyone was really, really exhausted, but Saul said, "Anyone who eats today is cursed." And his son Jonathan scoops up some honey and eats it. Then when the Israelites could eat again, they were so exhausted, they were so hungry that they ate meat with blood still in it. And Genesis 9 verse 4 and Leviticus 17 talks about how that is a big no-no. And because I'm running out of time, Saul gives it to God. There's stones involved, a positive stone, a negative stone, a yes or a no. The people end up saving Jonathan from death, and we move on.